a lot of people will ask, it's like, I've been asking all of you to look at these retrogrades, and I know like Dawn, okay, I'm going to look at the planets I don't understand, right, for days, right? And I said, basically respect them when they surface your demons or they bring up the past for you, right? Because this has been happening for all of you as well as myself, not just me. I was just sharing that at the beginning, but it's happening for everybody. And so just because I went into that meditation, it wasn't what I expected, to be honest with you. Because when I ask, what do I do? Like, what do I do to share with everyone? I ask all the time, what does everybody need to hear? And the answer was nothing, just be, right? And that was my answer. So the way I process this out from what I teach, which is it's time to stop living out old, infinite, poopy demon loops, energy loops. This is infinity loops that we keep playing. We're playing in and out, all this energy. What I put out comes back. If I put out and it's poopy and I skip the beat because I don't like it, comes back to me, okay? We have an option of playing what energy loops we want to play now. Now we're in a higher dimension. Now we can pick. So I'll call them the poopy loops, or we can pick the higher expanded vibe loops of energy. Which one do you want? The old poop or the high vibe, the lightness? And so why is this happening? And why is it happening this way? And why is it so intense? We are breaking emotional and spiritual restrictions right now. Hands down, that's what's happening. Let me repeat that. We are breaking old, controlled emotional and spiritual restrictions. Okay, so it's going to lessen the need for drugs to numb anxiety, because it's going to be okay to feel what we feel. It's lessening the need for a box or a building to talk to your God. And we're going to be opened up to new avenues in new ways. And the question is going to keep asking you, what do you need? Is what we need to do is learn how to practice changing our practice, changing our inner practice, changing our external practice. What is our new practice to incorporate both emotional and spiritual expansion? What do we need to do? That is the question. And so what I want to open up to you guys tonight is you all have a chemical within your body, and it's called DMT, and it's referred to as the spirit molecule. Okay. And they've replicated it. It's as a pharmaceutical drug, not pharmaceutical, but they replicated it to be able to do something you can take. It's like a psychedelic. Okay. But it's not easy to access for a lot of people. And so my simple answer is, why not access it naturally on your own, right? So it's DMT, tryptamine, dimethyltryptamine. DMT is what it'll be referred to. And basically it's a hallucinogenic. It's a tryptamine drug that occurs naturally in many plants and animals, right? But it's also referred to, as I said, the spirit molecule. And due to its intense psychedelic experience, some hypothesize or think of it as that it has the potential to be found in every living organism. And I believe that, because spirit is in every nature living organism, right? And so DMT then got researched, and it was found to be naturally occurring in the human body. And it was found in large quantities in the cerebral spinal fluid, right? And it's thought to be produced mostly in the lungs and the eyes, where you would feel, experience the psychedelics of seeing things. And so breath is a stimulator of consciousness, of spirit. Consciousness is perception. What do I perceive as real or not real? What am I awake to? Am I awake to the higher self within me? Are you awake to the higher self within you? Not outside of you, not consciously what's happening out there, not what the world that you're experiencing through your eyes, unless you are seeing it on the grand scale at the 10,000 viewpoint. So the simple way to learn to awaken your consciousness is by expanding your inner truth, becoming conscious and the perception of what your inner truth is here to do. Okay. Lower consciousness, guys, basically is like ego-based. Controlled, programmed consciousness doesn't allow you to expand out to infinite possibility, to infinite opportunity, to infinite ways of living, to be essential. All right. And so by expanding your DMT or spirit, by breathing, you expand your truth. And I'm watching people, and I do this myself, we don't breathe. We don't take in air. We don't diaphragm breathe. We're not breathing enough. And when you take enough breaths, and if you can do this, I teach this in my classes for 6 cycles, 60 seconds. It'd be like 60 cycles. You start to get lightheaded. You start to bring oxygen, universe. The external becomes internal and you become brighter and lighter. And so DMT, guys, the simplest way to look at it is if it's always in your body, it's released during theta states of thinking, which there's no thinking, but right, your mind is in a theta state. And theta is basically when you're sleeping or in a meditative state, or when you're in this breathing state, you'll get lightheaded and you'll kind of be in this openness state, right? And so when you're sleeping or in meditation, you feel great, right? I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't feel pretty great when they're in one of those states. And so when you feel great, then that's expanding you. And then you start radiating greatness.